How's it going today? We got a big day planned today. We got to start getting wood for the winter. So we like to get wood ready for the winter, and we have a couple of ways that we do it. First, we have a huge buzz saw, huge saw blade that I'll show you. And then we have a huge wood splitter. You can see our process, and a bunch of almond wood. Check it out. All right, so today I'm going to be cutting up. So what we do is when we cut trees down, we'll limb them. Rather than cutting them into little pieces in the field, we'll cut them into long sections, like 6, if we're feeling strong, maybe 10 feet long or something like that. And so they look like this. So these are all the limbs. So those are all the limbs off of, or scaffolds, or whatever you want to call them. But they're all a year old, they're all dry. And so now what we do is we cut them into pieces that we can put in a fireplace, or we can barbecue with them. So here's our tool. It's called a Woodsman. We don't need to don't worry about that. But we serviced it yesterday. So it runs off the PTO of the tractor, and it runs into this gearbox, turns these belts, and then turns the drive shaft. And then here it is right here. So here's the blade. We just put this blade on yesterday. We took it to our local sharpening shop, and it has carbides on it. I think it's like a 24-inch blade. Our old one was belt driven, and I'll put that one in this video too. It runs off of an old AC tractor if you're interested, but if not, it's cool anyways, just old technology. So this one has this platform, springs, put it back into place, and then we just grab it and stick it out a little ways. It slices off. We'll make a pile right here, and then we're gonna smooth this down right here. We're gonna smooth this area down right here, and we're gonna just stack it in here. Then go ahead and start cutting. I'll show you what that looks like. It's a little aggressive, it's loud, not too bad, but it's a lot of fun. Well, we just had lunch. Now we're gonna move on to putting the splitter on. That should be pretty fun. So that is a job, putting the splitter on the tractor. So we'll bring you along, show you that process. Do a little splitting today, and we have a lot to split. So come on with us and check this out. The way it is. So we're gonna put the wood splitter on. It's a huge contraption that was built by a cousin and then rebuilt by me a few years ago. But anyways, we'll bring you along, show you what it's like. John Deere. All right, while I got you in here, I'll show you this this is how we used to buzzsaw wood before. Yeah. So we've got this old tractor. It's called it's an Alice Chambers. Alice Chambers, and this is the way you start it. Right here, I've started it this way many times. You take and you turn the whole engine over, and then put your hand out of the way. Right now, it's become a storage facility. But this is the old blade. This is the way I used to do it. So it's an open blade, the way it was, and then this right here. This right here. See how it turns? Let me get that out of the way. We got an old horse rope that used to hold it, and then it ran off the tractor. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. So it ran off there, ran to here, and then these cups, we would fill these cups with oil right here. And over here you fill it with sawdust and then oil, and then it would drain in there. And so when you ran this thing, you would set the block of wood or the round right here, and then it would push, you would push it in and out. And this is the way when I was, I think I started using this when I was like 12. This was one of my jobs when I was like 12 years old. I'd have some supervision, but this is what I did. I ran this thing, and this is how we cut it. And we just got that Woodsman just, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. But you would have to gauge, you'd have to watch the belt, because it's a big leather belt. You'd have to watch the belt, listen to the motor, because it's an old gas motor. You have to listen to the motor, how's it running, watch the blade, and then, you know, all those things. And this is the way we cut this thing, spinning. Didn't spin near as fast as the new one does, but here's the old tractor. Here it is. With a new battery, maybe some gas. So that's the way we used to do it 4 or 5 years ago. But now we have that Woodsman. It's slightly safer, a little bit better. All right, so we're gonna get this wood splitter going. Well, here we are. Got the wood splitter. Here it is right here. So it's made out of I-beam, H-beam, I don't know what it is. Hooks on a 3-point. Hooks right there into the I don't know, the doodad thing-a-ling-a-lings. They squirt liquid out. I'm not sure. I don't know what they're called. It seemed like they remote something. I don't know. Anyways, let's see. It's a hydro line. Okay. Well, it's by hydro line. It's huge, and I rebuilt it a couple of years ago. So before, this used to be 3/4 plate. The blade right here was a solid 3/4, and it got bent somehow. I don't know. And then in the bending process, it bent this, bent the ram. So I rebuilt it. What I have here, I did a 1-inch plate, so it's a solid 1-inch plate. I put this angle iron to help split it. Then right here, you can see that. So I welded that. Really beautiful welding, really beautiful. Anyways, and then I used the torch and cut a point to it. This is a small chunk of tool steel, so it's an extra hard steel that I welded on the end, and then we keep it greased up and put these heavier duty those in, those guides. Anyway, so it'd been bent, and then I just beefed it up. Anyways, works good. I think it's close to 40 years old, this wood splitter. So if you're into wood splitters, there's about every kind of wood splitter you can get. This is just a homemade jobber that works great. My dad's bringing the most important part right now, is a piece of PVC that we lay across here, and then hooks to that lever, this lever right there. And then that lever, that's where you control the up and down situation. And then we put this black PVC, or this black pipe, and that shoots the exhaust, so we're not breathing diesel smoke. So we're gonna hook up that lever thing. well, that's the process of splitting wood. That's how we do it. We found we got a leak. We're gonna check into that, and then we have got a lot of splitting to do. It's gonna probably take me a month to split all this wood, coming once in a while, but I got all of that all along here. All that needs to be split, and then behind me, all this stuff. The buzz saw is the fun one to do because it just goes super fast. It's more dangerous because of that spinning blade, but it goes faster. But splitting's got to be done. So you got to see it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Surf and Turf Family Adventures, and make sure you subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you think this is pretty cool, and we'll keep making more videos like this, us just doing farm work and getting ready for winter. Have a good day.